like split some hairs now. It's got to be Yaya Toure.
Is it?
It has to be. For what he did in the Premier League. I know a lot of people are going to be cussing me here. The dominance that he's shown in the Premier League and for Ivory Coast, yeah.
For me, the greatest player of all time is Yaya Toure. He's the best midfielder. Him and Abu Treika from Egypt. What he's done with Manchester City was amazing during 4 years and didn't get one time best Premier League player. It's sad, but for me, he's the best player.
Mine is Mohamed Salah because I am Egyptian. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but what he's done in the Premier League is remarkable. I don't think in my lifetime I'll see another Egyptian player ever achieve that, so I've got to show him love.
I'll say Samuel Eto'o. Achievements for club, achievement for country, individual achievements as well.
I think I will agree with him. He was a brilliant player, exciting to watch as well, putting Africa on the map worldwide.
Who is the best African player of all time, in your opinion?
Musiala, Bayern Munich.
K.
Kevin De Bruyne, Man City.
L.
Lionel Messi, greatest of all time, Inter Miami.
That is good. M.
Martinelli, Arsenal.
N.
Nwaneri, Arsenal.
O.
Osimhen, Galatasaray.
P.
Pedro Neto, Chelsea.
Q.
Kwassan, Liverpool.
R.
Ronaldo, Al Nassr.
S.
Saka, my love, my greatest. Arsenal.
T.
Trossard, Arsenal.
U.
Ugarte, Manchester United.
V.
Van Dijk, Liverpool.
W.
W1 Bissaka, West Ham.
X.
Xhaka, Bayern Leverkusen.
Y.
Yamal, Barcelona.
Z.
Zubimendi, Real Sociedad.
Just take, you're too good.
Thank you.
Thank you for more. Name of football players from A to Z. A.
Ademola Lookman, Atlanta.
B.
Badashile, Chelsea.
C.
Kopalma, Chelsea.
D.
Declan Rice, Arsenal.
E.
Eddie Militao, Real Madrid.
F.
Federico Valverde, Real Madrid.
G.
Gavi, Barcelona.
H.
Haaland, Man City.
Oh my God. I.
Isaac, Newcastle.
J.
Jamal Musiala, Bayern Munich.
K.
Kevin De Bruyne, Man City.
L.
Lionel Messi, greatest of all time, Inter Miami.
That is good. M.
Martinelli, Arsenal.
N.
Nwaneri, Arsenal.
And obviously everybody knows when you talk about what this girl or this lady is actually doing right now, you know it's not so easy. I could take it from here and take it to the street and ask questions to people and they'll be like, do you know what she's really saying? Who's the greatest player of all time? Who would you give it to if you're opportunity to do that? But it feels so nice to see a lady doing this. I mean, give credit to ladies who actually do the job well when it has to do with football. But anyways, welcome to the show. Welcome to the kickoff. It's a weekend kickoff right here on Voice of the People TV. I remain your host. My name is Kizuke. I could say the first time the show is really making its debut and then was so great during the weekend, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We did hit it very well. But at this point in time, it's a whole lot to talk about on the show. But you just don't want to miss. We get started with the Super Eagles news and then we'll tell you about the one that's really trending on social media as it stands now. But then I'd like to tell you, John Obi Mikel is not, I don't know, he's not sleeping either on this very set case because we've heard that former Super Eagles captain John Obi Mikel has blasted former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher after he made a believed-in statement about the statures and also the statue of the AFCON tournament. Let's talk about Mikel quickly on the show, but don't worry, we'll tell you more about the Super Eagles and the lineup, the way it is and how it would go and what Eric Chell has got to offer on the show. But the one-time UEFA Champions League winner, speaking on Monday Night Football, revealed his fears about Mo Salah not winning the Balon d'Or due to Egypt's absence for a major tournament. Now, Mikel Richard also and Daniel Sturridge in response told Jamie Carragher that the AFCON tournament houses the likes of Egypt, Nigeria and the rest of that, but therefore it is a major tournament on par with the Euros, Copa America competitions. Both the ex-Liverpool man scoffed in disbelief. Now, let me tell you, Mikel Obi has come to say he's fuming back at Jamie Carragher, claiming the Englishman had no experience of what it takes, what it means to win something worthwhile for the national team. Don't worry, on the show, we'll bring you JJ Okocha talking about that said one. Okocha also is not sleeping either. He said a lot about Jamie Carragher and he said, you go like me, your pikin be like Carragher. If not rumor there, we'll talk about that. But also, Mikel Obi went as far as saying, you can't sit there and talk like that. We talk about inclusion in the society, but how about inclusion in the world? We are trying to change the perception of people, but it doesn't help when someone like you, who has a massive following, sits there in one of the biggest platforms in the world and make comments like this. That's what Mikel Obi saying. And he said, I don't care what it says. I've played in it. I've won it. It's not his, effing, you know what I mean, the F word. He's not in his effing place to discredit the African Cup of Nations. And he said, I am angry. He spent so many years playing for Liverpool and didn't win the Premier League. And he sits there week in, week out, trying to tell people how to win the Premier League. Africans tune in to watch the Premier League, tune in to watch the AFCON as well. They don't have money to eat, but they watch the Premier League. And that's about John Mikel. So a lot of Mikel talk. Let's quickly bring you JJ Okocha's talk. What JJ Okocha rather said about Jamie Carragher as well. JJ Okocha is not happy about that. But the truth of the matter remains, you just cannot sit in there and talk about the African football. African tournament. Who says it's not a major tournament? The likes of Yaya Toure have been here. You know, Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba, JJ Okocha, Alberto Pele, a whole lot of players. But this was what JJ Okocha rather said about that one. Let's bring Okocha's talk about Jamie Carragher. And also a lady taking it on social media on herself and like, who is Jamie Carragher? You don't have to say this. And guess what? The more he's trying to apologize, he's not even trying to apologize. I told you on the show yesterday for the Sports Republic show, I made you understand that Carragher, in the course of trying to apologize, he's doing this so wrong. But this was what JJ Okocha, legend of the game, had to say about Jamie Carragher. And also bring you the lady as well. Just stay with us.
Want your son to be like Carragher. So he can never appreciate African football or the talents that come from Africa. You just overlook it. You know, if you look at their career, if you look at the type of football that they played, then you can understand, you know. You won't want your son to be like Carragher. So he can never appreciate African football or the talents that come from Africa. You just overlook it. You know, if you look at their career, if you look at the type of football that they played, then you can understand, you know. You won't want your son to be like Carragher. So
to reinforce them. And I think that is so dangerous. You've played football, now you're a pundit, so you've been in the game your entire life. So at this point, you can't claim ignorance. This is a mindset that you're willingly choosing to uphold. And then saying, oh, well, most people knew what I was trying to say is completely irrelevant because those same people that you're referring to also share your biases. They've been conditioned to view AFCON as lesser. And that is exactly why your words matter, because if you can challenge your views, then other people might be encouraged to do the same. But instead of listening to the criticism, taking it on board, reflecting, apologizing, you've decided to double down. There honestly needs to be a national reckoning when it comes to African football from the way it's spoken on TV, because until then, we're going to keep encountering this type of nonsense.
Okay, so that's about what she said on the AFCON talk. Everybody knows that Mo Salah is a very incredible player. You know how he can be when the time is right. But I would like to tell you this. I'd like you to know that as it stands out now, a lot of people are saying this, eyebrows are being raised, mouths are waggling. A lot of people are saying like he's not the next big thing, blah, 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 what have you. But can I say this to you? If Mo Salah happens to win the Balon d'Or, or if he wants to win the Balon d'Or, I just believe if he gets to win the Champions League, possibly just the Premier League, and I will tell you that man is good to go. Nobody's stopping Mo Salah anytime soon. But quickly, still on that very story, let's talk about this one now. One man in the news, Augustine Ighalo, has come to say Jamie Carragher needs to apologize to Africa. Generally, like he needs to apologize. Super Eagles legend Ighalo has informed that Jamie Carragher needs to apologize on that his comment. So you're asking question, what did he say? Carragher's comments made on Sky Sports suggested that Mo Salah's chances of winning the Balon d'Or were hindered by playing for Egypt and not participating in a major tournament like the Euros or World Cup. That's Jamie Carragher. Now, Ighalo also ex-international, played the fullback role under Clement Westerhoff. We know his story 1994, Tunisia 94, as well the USA 1994. Now, Ighalo has said he needs to apologize. He's played in 3 AFCON tournaments and also coached in the competition, emphasized the importance of Jamie Carragher to apologize. He took issues with Carragher's statement saying the African Cup of Nations is one of the best football tournaments in the world. Jamie Carragher spoke out of emotion and clearly doesn't understand what these tournaments means to us in Africa. He said, I am proud of what it represents. The quality of football was exceptional. He believes Carragher's comments were emotional rather than thoughtful and expects him to reflect on them and eventually apologize. Ighalo also stressed suggestion that Mo Salah could miss out of individual awards due to playing in the AFCON, but I mean, it's good to see that he's addressing that one. But if AFCON winners are not being given the recognition they deserve, according to the man you have on your screen, he said, that's unfortunate. Within the World Cup or Champions League shouldn't be the sole criteria for this very one. Now, the Nigerian legend also highlighting the importance of respecting the AFCON football in its time. Now, quickly, let me talk about this now on me. Let's talk about this fully. Let me tell you something about the African Cup of Nations you might not understand. It's a very major tournament. The last time the AFCON was played, I mean, revenue-wise, stream-wise, please go check your facts well. Bring it on so we can talk about it. And you'll see how much we've gone from here. I mean, when you talk about a weekend kickoff, this is what we love to do. We analyze all of this thing, bring it to your table, bring it to your doorstep so you understand. I don't know who is saying the African tournament is not a major tournament. It's not about the likes of quality we have in Africa, but for the fact that, okay, let's check it out. As the last time it was played in Ivory Coast, 2023, that was played in 2024, you know what the tournament goes, you know the weather forecast and the rest of that. What we did see was a whole lot of streaming revenues, money was made, people were confirming Africa. And I'm not surprised that Morocco is doing amazingly well for themselves right now. Because Morocco, you know what's going on in Morocco. Morocco very soon would be a very big, if not the biggest tourism center. And that's about the Nigerian side. I like to say we look up all on this and then try to make on everything to look very right. Morocco is a place to be. Morocco will be very nice to see in the Nations Cup come 2025. We'll see that match. I will see that December 21 when it kickstart and end for 2026. And also will be a World Cup year. Don't forget the story about Morocco. 2030, they will be bringing the world together as one. And you can imagine, still in Africa, and someone sits somewhere and tell me that the tournament or what we have is not a major tournament, and I'm so sorry, he's not said it right. But quickly, let's talk about this ultimatum has been placed on the Super Eagles coach, Eric Chair. He's in the story. Let me say this on a close one. The truth of the matter remains that he needs to make it to the World Cup. Eric Chair knows that. See, I don't like to say this oftentimes, but that's just what it is. He knew why he got on this job. He knew there's something placed on him. He knew this could be at the detriment of the nation. Super Eagles, Nigeria, the color of the giant of Africa, we just might not make it to the World Cup, and that is because we are in a very precarious situation. Tell yourself the truth. I like to say it, and I say hold me responsible for this. If Nigeria does not make it to the World Cup, the blame should be pointed on the NFF. But right now we learn that stakeholders in Nigeria, or stakeholders in Nigeria football, better word, have tasked, like a big task now, they've tasked Coach Eric Chair to qualify Nigeria to the 2026 World Cup. And this message was passed on to the Super Eagles coach during the private dinner hosted for him by Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs, Bashir Dewale Adeniyi. The stakeholders included former Sport Minister Sunday Dare, NSC Chairman Shehu Diko, NSC Director General Bukola Olopade, NFF Secretary General Sanusi Mohammed, ex-international Shegun Degmami, 1980 Nations Cup winner, NFF Head of International Competition and Super Eagles Administrator Dayo Enebi. Other officials at the dinner were the likes of, Sheyi Johnson, that's the name, Kola Daniels, Ahmed Kawu from the NSC, and we know Eric Chair said he's motivated to excel as Super Eagles coach. Can I tell you, Nigeria currently are 5th in the Group C of the World Cup qualifying series with 3 points from 4 matches. Next month, we used to say, now today is the next month. We are here and the game will come very, very soon. The Super Eagles face Rwanda in Kigali, and later on, days later, will play against Zimbabwe. I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen. I knew, like personally, I'm not in doubt about what's going on right now. But I would believe that it's not the right time for us to start pondering blame on the NFF at this point. Reasons are not far-fetched. Reasons are because you don't want to put blame on them. You know why? Because if you go to blame them now, people like say will not get work, what they do. Will you all leave them first? You understand? No need to call and say NFF not good, NFF not good, this one. No, never reach. Then if you're not good for you, just lead them first. Now this coach will just get so much, just get support. Me just carry the work, they go. He's a Franco-Malian. He's not been here before. He knows Nigeria. And this man self knows, say, this one now, this one be like, say, they all put us to my head, say, I must make her with Nigeria to World Cup. On his own part, perspective to say, it would make a very big saving for him if he makes it to the World Cup for Nigeria, with Nigeria. Not even the world that we have a lot of quality players in our team, but when you talk about the NFF, talk about the coach, talk about the players, do these guys in question know what is, do they know how this could be for Nigeria if we miss out of the World Cup? It will be twice, like consecutively, 2022 we miss out in Qatar, and this one is the closest. But Eric Chow, I would give him all of the support. I wish him all of the best, and I hope we can come out right on this very one at the end of the day, that we make it to the World Cup. Just being optimistic as a Nigerian, because it's not get everything we don't like to do for here. We too believe. I'm not sure anybody believe past us. Nigeria, we too get believe. Even when people say it on the bend one side, we'll see they believe Nigeria. So it's just what it is. Let's hope Nigeria will make it to the World Cup. But let's be factual, let's be logical, let's be truthful. This man just had a short time, or is having a short time with the players. This will be the first time the players will be coming back to see him manage them. So he has taken a bold step by going to meet them individually. It might not be all, but I don't want to use the word majority of the players. It does sound like I'm taking side. But you know, say for football, they get big names. So the move where the coach don't do now makes sense. It means say, he not say, if I not do this thing, all these boys say, the video go drop in one side, and it makes sense. But now also, it's about the players. Do they know what it takes to play for the national team? Yes, I want to say that. Looking at the World Cup players, we'll talk about the 23-man squad very shortly. But looking at the team, they need to be instilled a whole lot of motivation. They need to know that the World Cup is the biggest tournament in football before you can talk about the Champions League. That's what makes it the World Cup. It brings the world together, and it will be so shameful. We don't even think, where will Sime go there, or them educate there? Where they go there if World Cup they start? If they play World Cup, if they don't play World Cup, where they go there? Because normally you come back. You know, if you're your club side, they train, nobody train with you. And that would be so bad. World Cup is a place that everybody wants to be part. And I tell you, for the coach himself, he knows that he needs to make it to the World Cup. We've been talking about this from January, this is February, and this is March. This is March now. So January, February, March, we are currently in March. And that same match, now March, people say we go play match with Rwanda for Kigali. And man will be people, they're good. And I told you on the show, like, Nigeria cannot afford to drop point at this point in time. You know why? If we drop point, like at this point, even a draw is not good enough. I keep saying it and I'm going to reiterate again. 1-0, we go manage them. 2-0, we go manage them. 10-9, we go manage them. Win. As for this one, they talk say, a goal is a goal, own goal is a goal. Now this kind of one. We don't want to know the results. Maybe we just win. But you know how African football can be? When you get a draw, you are happy. And especially when you're playing against a Super Eagles side that has quality players. You can't play match with players, they say, oh, they Lookman, they there. Osimhen, they there. But look at, you get Lookman, you get Osimhen, you get Ejuke, you get players in Nigeria cannot be here. Players, there are plenty. Now you can't look at our team, now you can't say we're not going to go World Cup. If not by quality, individual performance, Nigeria makes sense. But if we want to talk about team, who you talk through, I doubt team-wise, Nigeria is out there. For now, but we can be better. We want to be good, we want to be out there. Can I even tell you a shocking story you might not want to hear, but like a bit of truth? You see Benin Republic, they call Benin Republic, they get team pass us. Some of our players don't say, yeah, not to, space not to the Nigerian. I mean, they go travel, go that place, go nationalize. You know, they see there. They see their name, Yoruba boys food there. Not beside they carry the Yoruba boys food there. Because space now, they just want to be part of the game. They left Nigeria to Benin Republic. You want to ask yourself now, say Nigeria and Benin Republic, which can find pass, which can better pass, which can get quality. But they don't look the national team setup, say, if let's say if we do, you're not reach us, move your move. And at this point in time, most of our players are now based in Benin Republic and they play for the national side. So maybe dual nationality, nationalizing and playing for that. So they cannot play for Nigeria again because they're already committed, big cap. Now, I talked about Benin Republic. Let me even talk about South Africa. Can I tell you about the South African side? You might not be a fan of what I'm saying. I'm a Nigerian, I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of where I'm coming from. But the truth remains, mo just talk ICB because say road bend, not me say you bend waka put. South Africa get team past Nigeria. Not me say and they can tell you say Nigeria we get players. See, I think people need to understand what I'm trying to say. When I say team, my think team is quality. Team is quality actually, but when I mean team, they play together. Not the quality, individual brilliance. Nigeria is number one. We saw it at the AFCON. Check our players, check how far they've come, check what they have to offer. They are big players, coming alive for big moments. But you want to talk about team, now make us go Rwanda, we'll not get results. The day compacted, and now we have a game to play in Kigali. Kigali not be, see, at the Lakwete NFL they talk. I like how on the private side they talk, say, we'll give them all the support, all those things make sense. Because, see, you not get choice. Now support, see, the kind of support we won't give them now, hey, I don't know, I follow my guy we say we there for Europe. We there Europe with the talk. He tell me say they know what they do. Make the park Nigerians go that place. More food that stadium. Now my whole repeat. You don't go Kigali before. If you go Rwanda, you go do it at the talk. So we match for Rwanda, you go do like this. But let's see how it goes. Let's be optimistic. Let's believe Nigeria can make it. Let's just hope that yes, Nigeria will make it to the World Cup. But team when I want to go play, not be small team. Oh. They will be small team for name, but for Africa, the people that talk say they don't get meaning for African football again. So Nigeria, they need to try, make it do well, make everything for Lecce. But anyways, let's go back to this one now. Let's go on the close one quickly and tell you more about the 23-man list. NFF have confirmed this very one, and let's tell you. 23 players included in this one have been picked by the head coach, Eric Chell. What we even talking, you get the kind of player we be saying no go one see for that team. If there's anything we've been glamoring for in the national team, we want to see transparency because I know how it works. We used to have the NFA at the point in time. Growing up, I think I wasn't born then. Yes, so I met up with the NFA, and at that point, Nigerian Football Association. But you talk about Nigerian Football Federation now. It's a different ball game. We've seen men who have come to this position to make it right. But the man you have on your screen, that I would say you should give him all of the support. Everything you know say you get, give this man. Not be the one way say, see, me, it gets a kind of say NFL don't even do it, say, vest me. I'll talk for sure, I go talk again. But not be time now to come and say, when they blame NFL, say, they don't do this one, they don't do this one. No, you live like that first. When you press break, when you match like that, when you focus on the focus. On my pitch, it makes sense. If they talk pitch, you go play, say, focus on the focus, enter now. You don't know. Now, 23 players have been picked by the head coach of the senior national team, Eric Chell, to play in the upcoming World Cup qualifier games against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Now, let me tell you more on the show. Eric Chell, who will be in charge of the team for the first time during the games in March, sent out provisional invitation as well to say to around 35 players. So it makes sense. Not be able to say you go send them first, but they will come go scrutinize and they go analyze and they will come and say yes. More short the list to 23. All of them not play ball. Even the 23 said some go day bench. And with around 2 weeks to go before the first game in Kigali, he has trimmed the number to 23. And can I tell you, VOP TV Sports, we can exclusively confirm that the players who are in the 23-man list have received tickets and travel plans arrangements coordinated by the team secretary, Dayo Enebi. All invited players will fly directly to the Rwanda city of Kigali. When I talk Kigali, that themselves they fear me. See, you don't know why? That's it, I don't know. If Rwanda get draw for their house, they go celebrate. It will be like Christmas Day. Because we are going away from home. And you know what happens when you go away from home? Like I rightly said, I'm going to say it again, quality-wise, we are there. When you call even the best, we say now, why we say now we say we won't go play that match. Our players, so they call the guests a kind knock. You never have to tell when I tell you, I say, Fikayo Dele Bashiru. Now I don't go get injury. Who did that again? Simi Ajayi will talk about Ajayi matter. Ajayi don't get injury. What did they get? Truth Ekong now, they say they'll get small knock. All those ones, we'll sit talk all those things, don't worry. We'll tell you as a job be, but you get player, we say no go one see for that. No, don't worry, yeah, national day. No, don't worry. You know, they will not hear they don't come out and not day. No, not for this one. No, that's that. But all invited players, they don't expect them to do for the team camp for 17th March. And what even realize on a new coach with this? Not because you can't say, now you go about the year, and person on a new coach with this. Now we don't even know. We know say this man actually play attacking football. But you, when they watch me so, I don't know if they watch me so, you believe that I go work up. If I dey ask my guests, all them Port Harcourt, just say VOP, we dey everywhere, too much. We dey for Port Harcourt, we dey for Benin, we also dey for Anambra State. We won't cover Nigeria, if we not cover Nigeria, we not rest. And they tell you it matter. But if I ask them, say, me not tell me true, in a say Nigeria go World Cup. Even our ex-international, as they tell you, say, it's 50-50. We don't have to wait until this point in time. We don't have to wait until it's at the detriment of the team. Why we say, oh, they pray now? Now, our prayer now, we say, if South Africa can draw, we do permutation. Why must we do that? We can't keep on making our destiny lie in the hands of our opposition. It don't make sense. Now, do you know how good that game will be? If we go win Rwanda now, I don't do permutation now, of course, Nigeria, of course. We go Rwanda now. This, to reach like 5 days, like that, 3 days, we don't come back. Can't go play for Nigeria for our best day. We can't go play Zimbabwe. We don't play these 2 matches, it can't make sense. Because our match with Rwanda now for March 21st. So 4 days after that match, we can't play for Nigeria. Now they talk and say, if Nigeria go film in that match, these 2 matches, hope don't they? But can we win all our games? That's the question. Can we win all our matches? That's the question. Can we do it? If you ask me as a Nigerian, because we too they believe, we too like to say by the grace of God. Grace of God day, but you must put it in the work, right? But I keep saying it all the time, and I will say it again, and I say reverence on this one. If Nigeria does not make it to the World Cup, I personally, KZK, I would never blame Eric Chell. He's a good coach, but you want to justify his part. Let's see his game style. Let's see his football methodology. Let's see his acumen. Let's see what he has to offer. Now, do you know what support does? If you love me and you give me a job, give me the support, maximum support. Fault me for the right reason. Don't fault me for the wrong reason. Don't fault me because you did wrong and you're trying to cover what you've done. That's bad. Okay, sharply, more join another story. Now, more telling I say so can't just happen. So, Simi Ajayi yesterday, they're more close than sharply. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, everybody know. I don't know how you make about us, but I tell you, the Super Eagles of Nigeria have suffered a significant blow ahead of their 2026 World Cup qualifier against Rwanda and Zimbabwe, as West Brom have confirmed that defender Simi Ajayi, where they like, and they talk saying a calm and collective player. I don't know whether this one they not they pray. I don't know why be saying now. Maybe say we get crucial match. Match every say they don't go use that match. This see, it's a do or die. I don't know what you make about this, but I like to tell you this: football is the when they talk about sports. If you watch us, we go say we like to talk about more of Nigerian this thing because they say no place like home. But they see a person in the politics they talk about different. See, but I tell you now, you see this matter. Talking about sport-wise, Super Eagles happens to be the biggest brand in sports. You never to tell what we do with that. 2020, Abi, you know, see NSAS, you know, see Abi, blood sharing, you know the story. We never to tell what we do end bad governance, you know, see everything together. You see, huh? That one a tragic talk, you know, mix. Not that one I want to talk. But I'm talking about a game that brings the world together. I'm talking about a game that unites people. I'm talking about a game that, see, regardless of where you're coming from, we don't care. Now it's so cool you be Abina Sheki or the Delta State. Abi be Bini Persibishan, be Bini. Abi be on the Chappelle be Anambra State or the Ighalo. Where you from? Abina not to the Nikano, Abina. I don't understand. Abina Naja. See, anywhere where you be, we come together as one. That's what football does. It unites the world, regardless of where you're coming from. No status why. We don't want to know. The only thing we say they give us joy and this one. As a job is so. You see the country. You see the economy. See. Now we walk up. So our players are not they pay. I beg. Me not help us. I beg. Because as it be so, our coach now, he don't get shortage of some kind of things. But I want to tell you this. Nonetheless, Nigerian coach Eric Chell still has good shot at staging a comeback due to a quality in the squad. However, he might have to do without one of his star defenders. Can I tell you, Nigeria be like say they cost us with talent. We be like Brazil, forget. See, you not get where you go for this world, they not go see Nigeria person. And they tell you, we they do some kind of research. I go check Latvia. You know Latvia? Nigeria they there. I go check Oman, OMAN, country we say, even if I ask them, if they don't people don't know Nigeria, we the hustle. We there everywhere. So not be our fault. If they look at our structure, go see say some kind USA boy go see Dosumu, Tosin, Femi, they win some country for some kind of countries, America, Germany. Yesterday at the turn for show say about Atubulu, go keep our say they keep for Freiburg, na Nigeria born at 22 years. As I play on the don't talk say no if you keep for Nigeria, I don't want keep. Say you want keep for Germany, they get hope, say one day they'll make me proud. How do we treat our ex? How do we treat our ex-international players? do we treat this thing in a way that everybody don't play for Nigeria? You know what I'm saying? But leave it like that first. Leave it like that. But I tell you, see, we'll tell you about Simi Ajayi matter now, Ajayi your day. Now, Eric Chell is here to take charge of game with Nigeria. So it's known, or better word, it's unknown, which tactics he will deploy heading into the game in mid-match. You don't reach you. In the past years, previously, let's talk about this. Super Eagles coaches have alternated or alterned between 3 centre-backs and 2 centre-backs. So if you get 3 for back, you know that convention. As it stands, the 2, let's say the top 2 Nigerian centre-back we have currently, William Ekong and Calvin Bassey. So you don't play 2 for back if you be these ones. But one play 3, one expand them, if you play Ekong, Simi Ajayi, we can go play, what do you call that one? Ekong, Simi Ajayi, and Calvin Bassey. But now, Simi Ajayi has usually played, he's usually made up to the top 3, that's the word. But now, Eric Chell would have to look at other players. You don't get choice. See, one player don't get injury, now blessing to the other one. Because right now, the likes of Olisanda, Gabriel Oshaw, Kevin Akpokuma, Kenneth Omera, or a defender from Nigerian Premier League. Ajayi's absence is a big blow for Nigeria due to his experience. But regardless, we can make it to the World Cup. Let's just put our best. I tell you, let's talk about 3 best options to step in for the injured Simi Ajayi. Now, here you go, don't say Nigeria get blessed. They bless us with players. Say Ajayi don't go get injured, and not say we go lose. Now, let me tell you this now. VOP TV presents you 3 defenders who could step in as a replacement. Now, Tosin Adarabioyo, he plays for Chelsea. You know his story. Okay. See, if you tell me, say Nigeria, we too much. Now, the center player, or let's say the Chelsea center back, has been on Nigeria's radar for some time, despite representing England at the youth level. The man you have on your screen is 27 years. He remains eligible for the Super Eagles and has been in fine form for Nigeria this season. I mean, for Chelsea, better word, sorry. Now, Adarabioyo's he's got aerial dominance, composure-wise on the ball, and intelligent defensive positioning make him an ideal candidate. Not be say they do manifesto for him, not be say they do manifesto when they manifest, not be say they campaign for him, but this guy good. Additionally, his offensive contributions for 4 goals and 1 assist this season add an extra dimension to his game. If Nigeria can convince him to switch allegiance, he will be a strong replacement for Ajayi. Make I even tell you now what they happen so. NFL, me na help us. Hey, I tell you now this up now. You see this? See, they talk and say green lights, not before only traffic they see for Lagos Road. Say they do last man work, not me say if you're picking they do bad, you not go stop them. No, sir. Not because they stop motor, you're picking, yes, sir. I said so. Now, this guy when they call Adarabioyo, if they give Nigeria green lights, you don't want to say, I'm available. Not be Davido style, not be unavailable. I'm available. Carry me, I need to play for Nigeria. See, you know one thing about this guy now. He's not looking at his age-wise. He's feeling like, I'm a Nigerian. My name says it all. For Europe, they do commentary, say, Tosin Adarabioyo. Now, Tosin Adarabioyo, now Yoruba boy be that one. Say they stay for England, they play for Chelsea, they play for Fulham, it don't matter. But, let's go back to another player on the show again. I'll let you know. Another guy we have on the show is the likes of Leon Balogun. At 36, Leon Balogun continued to perform at the highest level in the Scottish Premier League this season. His experience and familiarity with the Super Eagles setup make him a reliable option. Balogun leadership, defensive awareness, and established partnership with William Ekong could bring stability to the team. Having previously featured in the multiple qualifiers for Nigeria and major tournaments, he remains a dependable choice for the national team. Another man on the radar is Kevin Akpokuma. He plays for Hoffenheim in the German Bundesliga. Let's talk about that man. Akpokuma's let's say his versatility, being able to play as a centre-back or full-back, along with a strong ball-playing ability and defensive intelligence, makes him a solid alternative for Eric Chell. His experience in top European league and his ability to adapt to different tactical setup will provide the Super Eagles with a flexible defensive option. With Ajayi sidelined, Eric Chell could just must carefully select a replacement to maintain a decisive defensive solidity. I think we just have to wrap it up here. But I'll leave you with some top stories emanating so you can see or you can know for yourself as it stands. Simi Ajayi is ruled out for that very encounter. Fisayo Dele Bashiri is out of that encounter. Then these are just what it is. Our players are out. So men are not versed if they're not seeing these kind of players. But at the talk again, men are they blame our people if you not go work up. But you get one man where they play where see Sirideza. He's on fire. 20 goals and I mean, what don't leave Sirideza matter, but I'll talk about this. I mean, I didn't make case for that guy. That guy, they score goal. Delta's goals were in his, 19 to 20th of the season. He does score 20 goals for all competition, and Nigeria player with that. When we invite player, I never, man, no talk until we go bring the list, come out, and I go see Eric Chell line up. But Desas, now good player. And I believe say Nigeria go do well. But another one I also give it a sharply, as I want to come up for students say, Osime go name in top 5 aside player, you know, name Kanwanko. Let me sharply enter that place. For comment section, I also there to do me say, Carragher shouldn't berate an entire continent because he didn't win anything in his time. Would he say the same thing about the South American tournament? Well, that's from there to dream. 2-2. 1-2. Thank you so much. At this point, we need to call it a wrap on the show. We do this again when I return on the show for you safely, and that would be, this show, the weekend kickoff will come your way again, same time right here, 11 a.m. Nigerian time, and that would be for Saturday. Yes, my name remains to be Keys K, and I am the only football player without a jersey. I'll see you, but I'll tell you, join us again on Monday for the Sports Republic show, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. See you.